distance from center. We have some news about this year's U.S. Nationals. Included with the U.S. Nationals will be the return of the America's Cup and Big Dog Finals. So last year at Nationals, America's Cup debuted, and it was a fantastic success. Hands off, or just congratulations to the folks in Wichita. Trent, I wished you'd seen it. Did you at least get to watch the webcast?
Yeah, I did, and unfortunately I wasn't able to be there. But I was heralding that event last year is in my opinion the most important thing to happen to the U.S. Nationals and like the single greatest initiative by USA Water Ski and others for our sport in a long time. We've done a great job in the last 10 years of the grassroots programming is great, and a lot of initiatives have been made to help foster kids and keep kids into the sport. But if you strip away the elite and you don't give people the access to these amazing pro skiers, and then there's less for these young athletes to drive towards. So the fact that the crew down at Okehili, they're going to pick up where they left off last year and include an America's Cup, a form of what the original U.S. Open was. I just think it's wonderful news, and it's a huge step in the right direction for the second year in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just fantastic last year. So that'll be running, the Nationals runs Tuesday through Saturday. America's Cup will be Wednesday night. As last year, during the day, the open skiers will ski their events, and that will serve as a prelim. Mm-hmm. And the best skiers in the Nationals Open event will progress into the Pro America's Cup event that night, yeah, which is fantastic. And then, also in conjunction with Nationals, is Big Dog Finals. Not a huge surprise. But the only thing that's really changed about the Big Dog, it's kind of a twist, is as they always try to go into a final with 16, this year the top 8, and this is not just with Nationals, this is with all 3 events this year, is the 9 through 16 will be, the way you qualify for that is for a separate head-to-head from the 9 to 24. I know that's kind of confusing, but number 9 will go against number 24, and that'll whittle down to get to that final 9 through 16 for the Sweet 16. And I know I don't think I explained that very well, but the bottom line is skiers like myself who are on the verge, I've been 16th a couple of times at Big Dogs, we will have a second chance to try to knock somebody off to get into that Sweet 16. And so for the guys that are, not running 39 off, but really just kind of want to get a little further, I think it's really good for the format. So good for the Big Dog guys. There's 2 other stops, one in Spain and one here in California at Great Pedals Lake. Should be a good season for them.
So you're saying there's actually just a little bit more skiing than in the...
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
there's even more skiing.
Yes. In the standard format, everybody showed up and skied 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And the 8 guys with the absolute highest scores were seeds 1 through 8. And then, not counting them, the skiers with the highest cumulative scores filled out 9 through 16.
Okay.
And so now, those guys that aren't in the top 8 are still kind of in peril. They've got to go against a single head-to-head round against somebody else in the bottom. So it's just kind of fun. For me, it means that I get extra ski rides when I go to those events because I'm going to get, slaughtered anyway.
Cool. Well, sounds like there's plenty of reasons to make sure you go to the U.S. Nationals this year. Then, so I'm going to do a better job and get down there because again, like Big Dog, it's awesome. It's really, really good that this America's Cup is back, and maybe maybe people are going to see that there's like it's not an option. It's it needs to be a part of Nationals. That's when Nationals was at its peak. I mean, that was anyone that was there during that era was the U.S. Open, the auxiliary pro event attached to that tournament was one of the main reasons to go. So congrats again to O'Galey.
Right. So last thing before we go, I don't know if you've gotten your Moomba Fantasy Ski picks done yet.
Not yet.
But I have
not
mine.
Yet.
I have mine.
See, I'm not just going in though. Just not going in blindly. I'm doing a lot of research. I've never done it. Obviously played fantasy football for 6 or 8 years, but no, yeah, I'm coming in strong. So why don't you tell me about your picks?
Well, instead of telling you about my picks, let me just tell you about the whole thing. So, for my money, this is a great way to generate interest in pro skiing. I think this is a lacking component in our sport. So, I have my picks and I have my strategy, which I found a loophole in Surday's rules last year. So he actually had to change the way he programmed the site because they like to say I cheated last year at Moomba. I just, it's kind of like NASCAR. I bet the rules a little bit. But the long and the short of it is it's a fun way to kind of add some interest to the event.
Yep.
And it is a year-long league, and at the end of the league year, they do give away some prizes. I'm actually giving away a few prizes on my website for the registered forum users who beat my team.
Cool.
So just trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's if you just Google fantasy water ski, it'll take you to the site. And it's great. I hope you play.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to get my team in. I think let's support this thing. If nothing else, it's a reason to stay up till 3 a.m. watching, watching Moomba this year. So, yeah,
right.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ski. Trent, you do what you got to do, and we'll talk around Moomba time.
Awesome. Next time, you guys.